Today is going to be a really nice day, and I came up to one of my favorite spots. I love it up here. Usually it's pretty peaceful, but there was just a jet ski that came barreling through here a lot faster than what he should have been going, especially since people like to come up here and kayak and canoe. But right now, my concern is I'm going to do the polyurethane on the countertop on that live edge, and I want to come up here where I had some peace and quiet, and I wanted to get away from all of the extreme heat of the metal from the storage units. I made another trip to Home Depot and I picked up the same polyurethane that I used before because I really like the way the finish came out. I didn't like the smell, so what I'll do is I'll just make sure that I've got the windows open and the roof vent and keep everything well ventilated until the smell dissipates. I got everything masked off that may come in contact with the poly just so that I don't get any drips on it. And now I better get this thing opened up so that I can I'll get some ventilation in here. I love this fan. It works so well. I can press in or out to bring air in or pull it out. And I'm going to go out and I'm going to hit plus, and that will determine the speed. There, we'll get some ventilation through here, and we'll start the poly process. And as before, don't forget, it's best to stir polyurethane and not shake it because you don't want to create air bubbles that could affect your finish. I saved this old stick from before, and I just said, well, I figure I'm going to use it again at some point. So, I took the lid off that, and I can already smell the odor from it. Okay, let's start over here in this corner, and we'll get a nice coat on. We'll get it right up here. I like to have a nice brush that's going to apply the finish easily and more uniformly than some of the cheaper ones. I don't like using the pads because the foam seems to break apart. I have to go against the grain just to get up close to the edge there, and then I usually will brush out with the grain. Boy, what a difference already. Even where these knots are, you know, the polyurethane just brings the grain and all the little imperfections and everything else is brought right out with it. I don't think there's too many imperfections. I love this piece of wood. So I'm going to set the camera down and continue on, and I'll show you when I'm done. I'm going to show you as I'm doing the live edge here. I've got to put it on a little bit heavy because the surface is so irregular, and I just want to make sure I get into every little crack and crevice and, you know, coat it real well, and that'll help protect that as well. But look at the difference. Boy, it's going to look really, really gorgeous when I'm done with it. The first coat's been done. I took care of some of the scratches up on the ceiling from trying to get the framing into place. And I also made the pantry wider. So I did have an area up in here that did not receive polyurethane before. So that's done. And I've got the first coat on the live edge and the countertop itself and the front and sides of the pantry. And I'll let this dry thoroughly. I'll hit it with some fine sandpaper, wipe down the dust, and then apply a second coat, and that should provide a nice protective coating. I've got the side doors open to my van, and that is just a view that I absolutely love. It's nice and peaceful here, nice and quiet. I've got a slight breeze. I'm a little bit in the sun, you know, so it's hitting my solar panels, but it's keeping everything nice and cool with the breeze. I just love it up here. And while everything is drying up, grabbed a bottle of water out of my fridge. I grabbed some Ritz crackers and some cabbage cheese that's already pre-sliced. This comes from Vermont. Delicious cheese. And I'm going to sit here and have a little snack and watch all the boaters. You've seen before where I've shown some video of places on the other side of this pond where I haven't camped at. I used to back when my son was a baby. We used to be able to camp there, but of course, as usual, people will ruin it for everybody else. And they stopped the overnight camping. But this is on the other side of that pond. A lot of people don't know about this area. You do have some little pull-offs like this one. And they go to the other side because that is where the only boat launch is. So you'll see the jet skis and the boats that are parked over there and launched from there. But over here, it's quite a bit quieter. And you can see I've got, you know, quite a bit of room here. That's all around me if you wanted to have a few people here and hang out and stuff. And there is a dirt road, not this paved road here, but there's a dirt pathway or road that goes down to a larger opening down in here. And that's where I had my Jeep, and you saw the video on that where I launched my kayak from down in there. With the exception of an occasional boat or jet ski passing by, it is so quiet and serene here. And it's awesome knowing that I can pull up just like this with my van, get out my chair, go into the refrigerator and pull out something to drink or get something, you know, like the cheese and crackers, and just sit here and take in this natural beauty and not be bothered by much of anything. It is so awesome. And for those that abuse areas like this, there's going to be one thing that's going to happen. And they will shut these areas down, and you will end up with signs like this. I just checked the countertop and it's still a little tacky, and I don't want to rush anything. I want to make sure it's nice and thoroughly dry before I hit it with some fine sandpaper. But I guarantee once that dries and it gets lightly sanded and you wipe off the sanding dust, you apply that second coat, it will be just as smooth and slippery as glass. I think aesthetically, I kind of like the cargo net off the pantry. I think I would rather put a solid door back on there. And besides, I had that beautiful metal sign that was custom made for me, and I would like to place that on here, and maybe some other Adirondack type decor. There, now that that's all sanded down, it's time to get rid of the dust. I may use a cloth, or I may drive down to the free vacuums that I usually go to and just give that a real good cleaning, and then I can apply the second and probably the final coat. Well, here's what it looks like after 2 coats of polyurethane. Everything came out great. Everything is nice and smooth. And I may put a 3rd coat on. I'm not sure at this point. But I'm very happy with the way that it came out and the way that it looks. And that should protect it for many years to come. Well, you can probably hear my air conditioner going in the background. And I apologize for that. But we are at the start of yet another heat wave. And the heat wave qualifies as 3 or more days that are 90 degrees plus, and we're definitely at that point already here for day number 1. So that kind of limited me as to what I was going to do today, because I was sweating bullets in no time. But with the poly done, I brought my microwave back out, and even though it was not sliding anywhere on that poly surface, I went ahead and I attached the strap on it just like I had before, and all is good. Now on to the next thing.